an update on mom's surgery and whatnot and parameters for it. I'm also going to talk about demonetizing both the podcast and my YouTube channel. All that and more on the next episode of the Coffee Sessions podcast. So stay tuned. Don't go away. Hey, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome up to another episode of the Coffee Sessions podcast. I am, of course, your humble host, Stephen A. Davidson, and today is tax deadline day, April the 15th, 2024. It is, let's see here, it's about 5 minutes to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a beautiful 65 degrees Fahrenheit outside with 14 mile per hour wind gust. A very nice sunny day out. And I've got my New England coffee with my salted caramel mocha creamer in there. Cheers. And today, get the microphone up a little bit here. If you can hear me okay, let me know. Okay, please let me know. And today, we got a little bit of an update on mom's surgery. Her surgery time's about all we found out, but it's pretty much nothing else is the same. I've got my motel room or hotel room booked for the week. Uh, One room, two beds, and whatnot. And while she's in the going to be in the hospital, she'll be in there at least 3 to 4 days, maybe a little bit more. Who knows? We got to get up ultra early. Her surgery is scheduled. She's the first one to go into surgery, and she's scheduled to be there at 5:30 in the morning on April the 25th, Thursday. My gosh, that's next, not this coming Thursday, but next week. And that's pretty dadgum early in the morning, whatnot. This weekend, my brother's supposed to come up from Florida. He's going to hang out and spend time with us, just whatnot, and bring his wife and uh, stepdaughter with him, and whatnot. We're going to get to hang out with them, which is really cool. And that's pretty much all we have at the moment for now. I just hate it when they do these early surgeries and stuff, whatnot. It's very, very annoying. In fact, I got a little story about that. Whenever it come time for me to get an evaluation and I was in the hospital, excuse me, uh, they'd always show up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. Sometimes a little later than 5, but yeah, early, early in the morning. And they always show up when you get comfortable and you're about to go to sleep and get you some Z's in. That's when on comes the light. Like, man, what the freak's wrong with you? I was about to go to sleep. Can't this wait? That kind of deal. And then they come in and they check your blood pressure, your temperature, and your vitals, and sometimes your blood sugar, and they'll take blood samples, see how you're doing. Sometimes they'll put you a blood thinner shot. Man, why y'all doing this to me, man? I don't need this crap. And whatnot. I finally got off those while I was in there. But yeah, they always started early, and you don't really sleep in the hospital. So, with that being said, that's pretty much all I have for you about Mom's update right now. She's nervous as nervous can be, if not outright scared, and I don't blame her. She didn't quite get the same thing that I got, but close enough to be worrisome. And That's pretty much what I have for now about that. So with that being said, I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we'll go ahead and get into demonetizing the YouTube channel and podcast and whatnot. And I'll give you my reasons for that here shortly. So stay tuned. Don't go away. Okay, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Watched a YouTube video not long ago. A friend of mine, uh, his name is Ken Serves. That's the YouTube channel name. You can find him over there. And we do classic style wet shaving with straight razors, safety razors. Well, I do straight razors, but he does mostly safety razors and vintage cartridges like Track 2 and stuff like that. And we use custom made artisan soaps as well as stuff like Parasso and Taylorville Bond Street, that kind of thing. The old school way of shaving, if you will. And he had a troll on there, said something about making money off of YouTube since he was monetized. And Ken told the truth. He said, "Look, man, I'm an engineer for the state of California. I about quitting my day job over YouTube, and I don't blame him." And it seems like they fail to understand here why I choose to be demonetized and stay that way. And it's also failed to understand that just because you're monetized doesn't mean you'll see a lot of money. And I'm going to talk about that right now. So cheers. Good coffee. May have to get me another cup here shortly. As far as people claiming that they're going to make a lot of money and be a huge star on YouTube, I have this much to say. Number one, unless you get a minimum of 50,000 subscribers or more and get over 1 million views per video, you're not going to see any money. Google AdSense. I have one on my blog. People say, "Oh, you're going to make a ton of money." I laughed in their faces. I said, "No, I didn't." They're like, "What?" I said, "I didn't hardly make any money." Like, what are you talking about? I told them I barely made $8 over the course of 12 years of owning that blog before I switched everything over to wet shaving. And I'm like, that ain't worth it. Unless somebody physically picks up a magazine, you're in there and they happen to catch your magazine or whatever, or your blog, and it's in there, you're not going to see any revenue. And I don't look for magazines to be around too much longer anyway. Because 90% of them, there's no articles in there. They're pretty much advertising for various things in that specific category, like tea bags for this or that, or auto parts for some of your car magazines, or firearms parts for your firearms magazines and whatnot. You're not going to see a whole lot of articles written in there. Those days are gone. The days of making money off YouTube was changed when they decided to change their monetizing policy. My YouTube channel is Stephen Davidson. You can search for it on there. And I choose to keep it demonetized because number one, it's very difficult to do so. Number two, I don't have big enough audience to even worry about it. And number three, you know what? There's enough advertisement out there. I don't need to be adding anymore. I want people to enjoy my content free of charge, have a good time, get away from their daily grinds, and be entertained and happy without having to freaking listen to a dadgum commercial. No. I'm done with commercials. That's all there is to it. And I feel the same way about YouTube. Now, here's how it works. To get monetized on YouTube, you will need to reach 1,000 subscribers minimum, and you will need to have so many watched hours on your videos in your channel. Meaning, like, you had to have like 40,000 watch hours on your channel or whatever. You'll hit the watch hours before you will the subscribers, no matter who you are. It'll take a long time for you to get 1,000 subscribers unless you're a huge celebrity or whatever and well liked and whatnot. Then that's a different story. But yeah, once you meet those two requirements, you then set up you fill out an application and you send it in, and then YouTube has got to approve it for monetization. In other words, even though you met the requirements, you still got to be approved by YouTube to put advertising on your videos and whatnot. Once they do approve you, or if they do approve you, rather, you got to keep them ads on there quite a bit, and you got to put so many in. Uh, you also got to have so many deals here and there going on with it. And it's just a real pain in the neck, and you don't really see a lot of money for it. But anyway, my buddy Ken told the truth. He told the truth when he said he's not quitting his day job, and what little money he makes, he might make enough to buy him a razor or something like that. But it goes right back into the channel the moment he does that. So he doesn't really make any money off YouTube, not like people think he does. Unless you're someone like the NFL, FIFA, the WWE, or NHL or Major League Baseball, somebody like that, then you'll see some money. In fact, the WWE is now number 10 on the list for the Red Diamond Award for YouTube. There's only 10 of those, and WWE's one of them. And that's when you reach 100 million subscribers. And they put a lot of ads on their videos. I counted 15 one night. I commented below, yo, go easy on the ads, man. We missed half the content because of the ads and we couldn't skip them. But yeah, they put a lot of ads up and whatnot. And they also have already met the requirement to be monetized for merchandise on YouTube, meaning they can sell specific merchandise from YouTube with their logo on it to customers out there. Because you got to have 10,000 subscribers for that. You got to have so many watch hours per month, and it's got to be consistent. So a company like that will make money off of YouTube, a lot of money. Someone like me who might get 1,000 subscribers if he's lucky, no, I won't see no money. Not like people think. It might buy me a pack of coffee once in a while, but I doubt it because I buy expensive coffee. A lot of the stuff that I pay for this podcast, like my Buzzsprout and whatnot, is only $18 a month, and it's distributed through Spotify and a few other places as well. That don't cost nothing, but I'm only spending $18 a month. My Dunkin' Donuts Columbia coffee is like $18 for the big canister, and I spend more than that with I spend about like $11 or $12 on my New England coffee. A lot of my streaming stuff is actually cheaper than what I pay for coffee. You dig? So this podcast, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm doing YouTube just for fun. I don't need to have any more advertising at all. And I don't need it on my channels. I don't need it on my YouTube account. I don't need it on this podcast. That's why I chose to make this podcast free as well as do my best to keep ads off my YouTube channel because I'm tired of seeing commercials on there. When you go to watch TV on DirecTV or Dish Network or cable television, you got enough advertisement on there to choke a horse. You'll see more advertisement than you will content. I'm trying to get away from that here on this podcast as well as my YouTube channel. I want to be sure you guys can have some fun, have a good old time, and be entertained as well, and hear a perspective or two on certain things. And this is my perspective on monetization of a channel. Good on you if you do get a payday from it and make quite a bit of money from it. By all means, go right ahead. I'm all for the working man getting a great payday. That's what I was before I became disabled, a working man. I just assumed work, and put in the effort to earn a living and whatnot. But now that I'm on disability and I make my money elsewhere, I don't need to monetize my channels at all or my YouTube whatnot. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and call it a day here. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon if anything changes or whatnot, and I'll try to give you updates best I can. So take care of yourselves and each other, and God bless. Later, ladies and gentlemen.